Hi, my name is Anton Roeger with APC Data Analytics, and my topic for discussion today is about RESO standards from a broker's perspective. I have a unique viewpoint, having been an agent for almost 20 years, a broker owner for 16 years, and also the Chief Innovation Officer for a real estate data analytics company for the past 3 years. My role is to work closely with the software team to design analytical tools for agents and brokers to implement into their daily business. The perspective that I am sharing today is from a broker agent on how RESO standards help me with my real estate business. Standards with data in any business help companies within that industry grow. Google, who presumably knows a little bit about data, stated just last fall, the use of data standards enables reusability of data elements and their metadata that can reduce redundancy between systems, thereby improving reliability and often reducing cost. Data standards ensure consistency in code set use by providing for the maintenance and management of permissible code sets. So how does that translate to us in the real estate business? The setting up and adherence to standards will help our industry. MLS members, MLSs, and MLS platforms all greatly benefit in the long run from our RESO standards. As an agent and even a broker, I was not fully aware of the limitations from not being engaged with the data standards in real estate. The amount of innovation, opportunity, and competition was limited. Brokers and agents mostly accept the technology tools provided to them through their MLS or the brokerage company. For the most part, they are not even aware of tools available through other MLS platforms, as they just live within the walls of their local MLS and their company. RESO standards open up the possibilities of brokers to develop their own internal tech tools that directly impact their business. MLSs can also push innovation through the ability to develop technology using the data that crosses boundaries of platforms and MLSs. These tasks were very challenging and costly prior to RESO standards being in place. The ability of a small or large broker to innovate and develop new products for their agents and clients has been generally limited because of the cost of research and development. Each developer needed access to their own RETS importer and either didn't have the ability or the money. Now with RESO standards, the barrier to entry has been lifted and data has become a commodity. MLSs can leverage nationwide development of tools while maintaining control of their data and decisions. This also allows low-cost development and even some cases opportunity to revenue share with vendors. The ability as a broker or MLS to compete with national public-facing vendors with deep pockets is feasible because of RESO. Brokers and MLSs are in a dogfight with companies outside our industry fighting for our business and attempting to replace agents. Competition will breed innovation and cost savings with more current and advanced products. As a demonstration of the importance of the use of the RESO standards within your business, and a group, we want to just run through an example of an innovation and the use of that data. So I'm going to screen share this innovation here. So as we look at this, so a group of agents in Charleston, South Carolina got together and decided to create their own pricing tool using their MLS data. The concept started to grow over time, and the agents all provided their input from real-life experiences with clients on a daily basis. The idea was starting to take shape. The challenge for the agents was the management of their MLS data into their software. At first, they found out about the option of accepting data through a RETS feed and worked their way to a minimum viable product within their own local MLS. Here is a tool that they created for their own use for their business within their MLS. They were able to accept the data, and this is a search field criteria over here on the left. They were able to use their own data and pull results, and then they were able to generate analysis. And what the agent was able to do is they were able to create their own pricing tool using the data and all the data that was available through their MLS. So they had all the fields, property status field, MLS numbers, square footage, list price, sales date, even the pictures were imported. So the use of the tool spread pretty quickly. Within the office, but also to other agents in the Southeast with the same brokerage company, and they started to take notice and wanted access for their own business. The challenge presented was that they were members of other MLSs, so they had different data fields, and the idea of recoding the software for each MLS was a daunting task. These agents were heads down in their business, perfecting the sales of homes, and never had looked up the fact that there was a real estate standards organization until that moment. The ability to have a set of standards for real estate data allowed the newly formed company now to take on additional MLSs. The learning curve of the second MLS validated their concept and product and made them realize the possibilities. After just a couple months, they integrated the MLSs for Charlotte, Raleigh-Durham, Atlanta, and ended up the first quarter with a total of 8 MLSs. So thanks to the ability to utilize the RESO standards, the software coding is the same for any MLS data set. So here I'm in Charleston. If I go, let's say I go to Greenville. So in Greenville here, if I go to a chart that I've produced in Greenville, and I look at the data, it looks exactly the same as Charleston. The end result is exactly the same. The same fields, same pictures. I can go to, I can go to Triangle MLS, and it looks the same. So every data set will look the same end result for the agents. So I'm just going to go back to the example we were running. So the commonality of software allowed the company to then start to develop new concepts across the MLSs. If we go to the Analytics tab here, we have seasonality. So the seasonality for each MLS data set is different, but it's based off the same algorithm, but it's used by pulling the different data from the different data sets. Seasonality is drastically different in Miami than it is in Buffalo, but it's also different in Charleston than it is in Atlanta. So the ability to feed the data into the algorithm allow them to customize to the local MLS without any additional cost or effort. Another example is market conditions. So if we look at the market conditions here, so they not only vary by the MLS, but they also even vary down to the subdivision. The same theory holds true, that with the same algorithm and same software coding, accepting the data from a different MLS allows the agents to have real-time analysis of market conditions that are relevant to the client's specific situation. So it even has up here, it's reading the market conditions based off the analysis and the data from the different MLSs. Even new concepts. Down here, there's days on market, DOMX. So DOMX, the agents didn't believe in averaging days on market together. What they wanted is days on market from the final correct list price. So for example, if a house is listed 200 days and it goes through 4 price changes, after the 4th price change, they were looking for that data that showed them the last price change to the contract date. Well, if that data was available in the MLS, they wanted to pull it, because if that house was listed 200 days at the wrong price, but once it hit the right price, let's say it sold in 15 days, they wanted that number, not the 200 days that it was on the market. So this was a new concept that they were able to pull from different MLSs using the same software. These concepts and tools are used every single day by agents across the MLSs. The ability for brokers to have a centralized training program across multiple MLSs is enormous cost savings and time savings as well. It also gets the end results to the brokers that they want for their business, but also for their agent's business. The agents are able to list and sell more properties because of the data analytics provided to them. And it also makes them viewed as market experts because of the RESO standards. This is the way brokers and agents can combat the misinformation out there that is in our industry because of online. They can develop their own tools internal to the industry with our knowledge and our own data. Just going to hop back to the slideshow. So the end result of using the RESO standards for this company and this group of agents is that they're working on 38 data sets, with 29 of them so far configured and operational. As you can tell from the quick demo, RESO gives the ability to the software to look the same, feel the same, because it is the same. Activation of new data sets literally can be done in a matter of hours and not weeks and months. Standards are the key to keeping our industry moving forward for innovation. Thanks to RESO. You can follow our company on our social media sites, but you can also contact us directly. Here's our website and my direct contact information. Thanks for your time today, and hope everyone is staying safe out there while keeping our businesses moving forward. Have a good day.